مرحبا يا زلمات، كيفكم اليوم؟ إن شاء الله مناح. أهلا وسهلا لدرس جديد. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to a new lesson where I'm going to show you how we write the letter RA in all of the different forms inside of a word. And this is the isolated form, RA. So if we were to be writing on paper with lines, this, like how our previous letter was ذال, and before that dal, which does not have a dot, and this goes above the line. So you see, with comparison, ra goes below, it goes beneath the line, whereas the most other letters, they go above. There are others that go below, beneath the line. There's this part that goes below. This is just to help you know you don't want to have a line and you are writing something like marhaba, and you, instead of writing this, you write something like this. You don't want to do that, where it is above the line right here. It needs to come under, as in this example. So now that I told you the proper placement of the ra on paper, when we need to know how to write it in all of the forms, which this should be very simple, because just like the last previous two letters, which were dal and dhal, in the same way that they cannot connect from the front, from this side, there's nothing that can attach and make a stem with the front of these letters. So there's only going to be two main forms that they appear inside of a word. So the letter forms for ra being in the isolated form, just as I showed you in the beginning of this lesson, ra. And we usually always write this, at least from what I've seen and how I write it. Personally, we start from top and we go down, downward motion. So ra. This is how we write it. And for initial position, again, it's the same as the isolated, because nothing can attach to this ra. Nothing can connect to the tail or to the front part here. We can't do that. So this is initial, then medial, and then final. And we're going to do this again in practice. Practicing again, writing the isolated form, we have ra. This is ra in just isolated form. It's not connected to anything, as it would appear on a chart with the alphabet and all the letters together. This is just isolated ra by itself. And an initial, medial, or middle form, and final. And one more time, just for you again to see it and to repeat and practice your writing. Ra. These are isolated. This is isolated form. Then we have initial or first form, middle form, final form. And this is how we write the letter Ra in Arabic, and how it appears in the isolated form at the beginning of a word, in the middle of a word, assuming that the letter preceding this will be one that can connect from the front, and then what it looks like at the final part of a word. شكرا كثير على المشاهدة اليوم. Thank you for watching today. مع السلامة.